Hi there guys, welcome back to my little YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, then hi, my name is Mel. If you guys are not new here, welcome back. So I have actually gotten requests to this a couple of times and I'm a little surprised by it. I've been asked to show you my nose stud and like my nose ring collection because if you've probably seen in my videos, I do have my nose pierced and I had someone that asked like if I could show how I put on my nose jewelry, I guess. Now, I'm not gonna say that I'm any expert. Again, I was really surprised by the request because I never even thought that that was a thing. I understand like learning how to like get on and take it off, but I didn't know you guys were interested in like my collection. So I guess I'll do that. I have a lot of nose studs just because like I lose them and then I find them again. So then when I lose them, I buy more. And then I find my old ones and then I'm like, oh wait, like, so I have a pretty big collection, so it's not gonna be all in one video. And also like my camera's about to die, so this is definitely not going to be all in one video. I was trying to figure out like how to do this because I have so many and I'm actually a little embarrassed about how I store them. I need to get like a better storage system, but I don't know how to store them. I literally have a bag that's like full of nose studs and nose rings. And like, obviously like when I use them, like I clean them with alcohol and I put them back in here. Really surprised that you guys wanted to see like my nose stud collection. I don't know why, it just never really dawned on me. Again, it's just like this part of my face. Like, but yeah, I never really thought that you guys were really interested in it. So again, I wasn't really sure how I was gonna film this, but it's probably definitely going to be in parts because I have quite a clustered collection of them. No harm, no foul, you know, I'll do what the people want, as you say. I have currently in, let me get you like a little closer so you can see a little bit. So this is the nose ring that I have in right now. I think technically this is a cartilage like ring. It's not technically a nose ring. I like go in between like using ones for my cartilage and ones for my nose. My biggest thing is as long as the gauge is the same, then you're pretty much fine in my personal opinion. But that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, you know, consult your piercer or whatever. So what I'm pretty much gonna do is just gonna like grab a little handful of my nose jewelry and then I'll just show you how I take each one of them on and off. So like I said, this is the one, let me zoom in so you can see. This is the one that I have in right now. Again, it's technically a cartilage and I believe that this is a 20 gauge. So if you don't know, like back out for a second so you can see my whole face while I explain. So basically like the different gauges depends on like how thick the part is that's going into your body. So in this case, it's going into my nose. So like 20, 22, 24, that is going to be very, very thin. And then things like 18, 16, and 14 are going to be your thicker gauges. I didn't really think this through. Don't have a place to put these. What I typically do, I range anywhere from, I have put 16 gauges in my nose before. I wouldn't recommend it, it's a little uncomfortable. Mostly go between 18 gauge and 20 gauge. I like the thicker gauge. It's mostly because a lot of the designs that I like just happen to be 18. So I just kind of rolled with it. Some of these have like multiples of, so I'm not going to show you how to put every single one in. But I do have a couple, I would say really unique ones because I try to only find unique nose jewelry because again, I don't like just wearing like a simple stud all the time. I like doing kind of fun things, just like I like my other jewelry to kind of be unique. What I have here, 2 nose studs. It's going to be kind of hard to see them, but one is a flesh colored and one is a clear colored. But all I do is that they have a little stopper at the end. So I just take the end that doesn't have the stopper. I have like so many things in my hands right now. Let me put these down closer so you can see. So I don't have anything in my nose right now. So all I do is I take the ring. This is kind of hard to do with long nails. So I just kind of feed it into my nose this way. I find my hole. It's always hard with these plastic ones because like they don't really like stay very well. Like they're super comfortable, but it like takes a minute to find your piercing. I know it just looks like I'm sitting here and straight up picking my nose, but whatever. This is what y'all wanted to see, right? So once I find it, which it's really hard to, it's really, honestly, like when you're trying to do it from the inside, it is a little tricky. Like you really kind of just need to like know like where your piercing is. And once you find it, did I get it? Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I think I got it. There we go. So once you find it, all you do is you just like pull it all the way through so that that stopper is going to be on the inside of your nose, and there you have it. It is in. That's what that looks like. It's just a clear one. I have a flesh one too. Pretty much it's just to kind of be as a placeholder. It's obviously, you can see it's not that noticeable. It doesn't even look like I really have anything there. So that is the clear one. Again, I don't know why, like I keep like being amazed about like the stuff that you guys asked to see. I'm like, this is so random. So my next ring that I have here is just a simple it's just a simple little hoop, but it has like the gauge at the end. I actually get questions about this a lot at work, like, oh, like how do these work? It's like, well, by the way, a lot of my studs are made from sterling silver because I do have an allergy. I can't keep stainless steel ones in my nose for too long because it gets like kind of irritated or it'll like discolor my nose. So a lot of mine are sterling silver, just also FYI. So I get a lot of questions about these. What these are is there is a ball at the end, and pretty much that ball is going to be preventing your nose stud to go all the way through your nose. So what I tell my guests is that when they get these is that you pry it open, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a decent size space open. So again, we can do the same thing that we did with the clear one. So get you closer. So I'm going to put this in with the ball on the outside, and you're going to find your piercing, and then once you find it, so I found mine, you're gonna just push it all the way through. And if you want, if there's too much of a space there, you can just close it by pinching it shut. See how I pinched it a little shut? I like having a little space, so then I just pull it all the way through, and that's it. That's how you put them on. But I'd say that the trick is definitely just like, again, like knowing where your piercing is. If you just got it, I wouldn't recommend these because these definitely took some practice to get where I was able to actually like put it in pretty flawlessly. So what I recommend for my guests when they are just starting out with a hoop and they don't know like how they think about it, I think this is true almost everywhere. A lot of places, like once you buy your body jewelry, like that's it, like you can't return it because that's gross. But I recommend getting a hoop like this. Pretty much what this is, it's a straight, if it can focus. Come on, you can do it. Focus, focus. Okay, that's as focused as we're gonna get. But this is a straight, as you can see, it's straight and it has the gauge at the back, but it's curved so that it gives the illusion of a hoop. So all you do with this one, again, there is my piercing. You're going to take your stud and you are just going to find your piercing and you're literally just going to push it in just like that. And look, it looks like a hoop. So that I always recommend for my guests, like when they're just starting out with a hoop, because that way it just goes straight in. You just kind of like, you're getting your piercing used to you like basically moving the metal around. I honestly liked these when I first started because it still gives it gives the illusion of a hoop. It looks like I'm wearing a hoop, but I'm not wearing a hoop. I'm wearing like just a curled piece of nose stud. So as you can see, that is what that looks like, and I believe this was a 22 gauge. So that's what it looks like close up. And yeah, it does, like you can kind of see like where the hoop ends, but if you really wanted to, you could always like bend it and curl it a little bit more into your nose so it kind of hugs your nose a little bit. But that is what that looks like. So that's what I always recommend for a first time hoop, if you're not sure about what kind of hoop to get, because there are different kinds of hoops. Now this is just a plain old gold hoop. It's gonna work the exact same way as the one I had before with the gauge at the end. So all I'm gonna do, now this is gonna be a hard one because this is an 18 gauge, and 18 gauges are really hard to do by yourself. Okay, so once you unbend it, that's it, unbended. Have it unbended enough so that I can get it, again, into my nose. So you're gonna feed it in backwards like I said before. So you're gonna go in, you're going to find your piercing, just like that. And you're going to pull it through so that the ball is on the inside. And again, these are really hard to, like, while they're in your nose, to pinch it back shut. So I honestly just leave it because it's a little challenging to do, like, especially because this is an 18 gauge, so it's a little bit thicker. So it's a lot harder for it to be in my nose and close it. I could, like, you know, like scratch my nose, or I could pull on it too hard, and that's just not something that I want to do. So that's what the gold looks like. Because they are really simple to get in and out. So see how easy that came out. Of hoops that are similar to that, where they have like the ball at the end. This one is pretty unique. So this one has like a little like gem design on the end. So this one, because you want to be able to see that design, you're gonna feed it through the other way. So you're going to, what I like to do is like to grip the part with the gems. I unbend it a little bit, and you're gonna feed it in over on the top of your nose, so you get it into your piercing, and then you pull it out on the front so that your design is out front. And these are skinny enough that you can just push it shut, and then you have like this little design on your outside of your nose. So these are really cute. I like ones like this, but it just depends on the design, just because they are they do kind of move around a lot. So sometimes like this will like go down like that, and like for me that like looks weird, and I'm always afraid that ones like this are always gonna fall out for me. But that is what that one looks like. So these next ones I get asked a lot about too, so I ended up buying a few so I could try to test them out myself. So these are ones that have like little designs like at the end. So this one has like a little star. So ones like this, like, you don't want to have on the inside, or else you're not going to see the star. So how I recommend wearing them is you take it and then you feed it through from the top again. So you're gonna feed it through this way. Ooh, it always feels weird like when I do this one, because like the star is such a weird shape. And you keep feeding it just like that. And what I do is I make it so that the star is at the end like this, so that it looks like that. Or, because I like it being flush to me, so like it looks like that, which sometimes like some people are like, oh, that kind of looks weird. So then I just kind of hang it out like that, so that you can see it's like an open hoop. That's the way I think they're supposed to be worn. I honestly don't know, because they are kind of a unique, but that is what I do with these, because again, you don't want the star to be on the inside or else you can't see it. So that is how I wear these. I don't wear these a whole lot because like they are kind of weird looking. So of course I have like some black studded hoops as well. This is the other kind of hoop that I like. It's a purple one. I always like the unique colors. I always think those are really fun. This is what I call a horseshoe hoop, and pretty much it's the same one like I was talking about before. You're gonna feed it in on the inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and feed it in on the inside. I'm gonna find my piercing. A lot of like feeling around inside your nose. I know this looks like so weird. Okay, and then once you find it, all you do is you just, again, turn it all the way around so that the stopper is like on the inside, and that is your hoop. So that's the purple. My poor nose is so red from me doing this, but it isn't. It's okay. Go the opposite way, just like that. and then you take it out. Now, I bet your next question is, oh my gosh, Mel, you showed me a bunch of hoops. How do I put in a stud? So the studs are really, really easy. There are different types of studs. My personal favorite are the L-shaped ones, which is exactly how the name is. Here is an L shape. It is just, it's literally the shape of an L. And this is what this one looks like. It's like a little like rose gold design. So all you do with these is, again, you find your piercing, you put it in, make sure it goes all the way through, so it is through, and then you just push it in like that, and there you go. So that is a stud. Usually if it hangs out like that, I just kind of tuck it depending on what side that I want, but that is what this one looks like. Again, this is just like a little like rose gold little design there. And this is, I believe, an 18 gauge. And then to take it out, all I do is I pull it forward, I push it down, and then pull it out. And that's pretty much it. Now then you also have ones like this that have a little, like a little gauge at the end. So it looks like this, if my camera will focus. See how it has like that little dot at the end? So that's to keep it from like easily coming out. And this is exactly like how you would think. You just simply push it in, and you find your piercing, and then you just push it in. And that's it. And then you adjust it. So my little crown is upside down, but you just adjust it just like that. And this one doesn't really have anything that's like sticking out because the actual post itself is so small. That's pretty much it. So this one is just a little crown. I believe it's rose gold colored, and then to take it out, you just grab it and then you just take it out. This is another one, it kind of got bent a little bit. This is another one that has a gauge at the end. It's just a little flower with like a little turquoise stone in the middle. So all I do is I grab it by the front part of the earring. I find my piercing, and then I just push it in. There you go. Little flower there. It's kind of nice. Some of these I would not recommend sleeping in because they will easily fall. That's why usually when I sleep I wear the L shape, or I wear what you call a corkscrew to bed, or I wear a hoop, because a lot of times my jewelry will fall out because I'm a very like active sleeper. I toss and I turn a lot. There's like one of my favorites. It's gold and it's like really pretty. It has like a little like turquoisey stone in the middle. It's a little flower. So this has a shorter L post. I like these better. So all I do is, again, I find my piercing, I get it in just like that, and then I just flip it so that it is straight. Usually the first couple times you do this with a fresh piercing, it is going to hurt a little bit, but that's just your inside of your piercing getting used to the metal moving against your skin. So that's what that one looks like. And as you can see, you can't really see anything poking out from my nose. So that is what that looks like. I really like this one. It's really cute, and I like the color of the stone in the middle. There's that. And to just take it out, all you do is you pull it down, and pull it out. Here's another one of my favorites. It's another one that has that gauge at the end, like that, and it's a little sun. So all I do is I find my piercing, and then I just push it in, just like that. Now it's a little sun. That's pretty much it. Take it out, I just grab it, and I pull it out. So that is the first of, I guess, my nose stud slash nose ring slash nose jewelry collection. So if you guys enjoyed this and you learned a little bit, please let me know in the comments down below if you learned anything. Thank you so much for suggesting that. Again, I never thought to show you how I take my nose jewelry on and off, But I'm glad I was able to show you, and you can kind of see how I do that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you head on down below and hit that big red subscribe button so that I know to continue making content just like this one. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys all in my next video. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Thanks guys. Bye!